I have never watched The Summer I Turned Pretty or read any of the books, but today that is going to change. So we are going to do a reading vlog of all 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty books. I can't even see from here. That's one, and that's one. They're all fairly short. I looked to see how long the audiobooks are, and they're all around 6-7 hours. So I don't think this is going to take me a very long time. But even I wanted to get my own reactions because I don't know anything about this series at all. And I know the 3rd season has just come out. I think they're coming out episodes like weekly, but I know nothing about this series. All I know is it's a love triangle and you're either team Conrad or team Jeremiah. Oh, okay, cool. Don't knock over my camera. Why is there... Guys, I've just realised this is on my camera. Does that look any different? I'm going to put it back on. It came with the camera, but I'm not actually sure what it does. Does it make me look pretty? But yeah, anyway, I don't know anything about it. All I know is that the love triangle is pretty split down the middle. And it's summer. We're still in July. We've still got August left of summer. So I feel like it's a good time to read them. So the first one is The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's Not Summer Without You. And then We'll Always Have Summer, I think. That's a complete guess. I literally could have just lied. But we'll figure that out as we go. So this is the one we're starting with. Let's see how long it will take me. I'm sorry. This says it's only going to take 2 hours. Can you see that? Ignore the cat hair. 2 hours and 7 minutes. I think the fuck not. I know these are YA books and I don't have a love-hate relationship with them, but I just find they're a little bit Not because there's no smut. I'm not a complete whore. Just because of the way it's written. It's very like he said, she said type of writing. But sometimes I don't mind that. If the story's good, I don't mind that. So I'm going to make a start on this. And of course, I will update you along the way. Let's go. Book 1. I'm 20% in. And I don't like either of them. I don't know if it's because they're boys. I think they're like 18. But so far, neither of them are very nice to her. Neither of them give a shit about her. So we'll see. I feel like I should have an update for you right now. And I have nothing. I'm at 42% and there is not a thought behind my eyes. I don't care about either of them. I wouldn't care if they both just died right now. I'm hoping that's going to change. But neither of them still care about her at all. Should I feel something by now? I feel nothing. Excuse me. Out of the way, please. Thank you. Booty! Booty, please. So, guys, we're going to have to carry on like this. So, really? Are you not going to move? I love you too, but you have to sit down for just 1 minute. Come on. Come on, over here. She's not going to stand for it. She's going to come back any second. Good girl. You stay there just a minute, okay? You stay there just for a second, okay? Love you. Love you, honey. Anyway, as I was saying, we might have to try this again some other time. So right now you're just getting my cat's arsehole. Right, I'm going to pick you up. Stay. Booty, sit. She's so good. She's literally my little doggy. Right, now I can talk. Thank you. Thank you. You stay there. So this was a book. Yes. Yes, it was a book. Do I have much to say about it? Not really. Like, not at all, actually. This was like 300 pages of nothing. It's not that I didn't like it. Just nothing happened. Nothing. And everyone's saying they're Team Conrad just from this book. Why do I feel like neither of them said a thing? They said words, but not of any significance. Does that make any sense? Like, I can't even form an opinion yet because nothing's even happened between the 3 of them. She kisses Jeremiah, but that's like a flashback from when she was younger. So yeah, I finished it. I gave it 3 stars. To be honest, the only reason I'm reading this series is because I want to watch the series adaptation, and I just have this thing where I need to read the books before I watch it on TV. Also, I don't know if this is just me being really picky, but I can't remember her fucking name now. I've literally just read this whole book and I can't remember her name. I don't know if that says more about me or the book. Belly. I knew it was something stupid. Yet she's kind of annoying. Just like, it was a summer read and it was a book. Is it anything special? Personally, I think not. But we're going to keep reading because I want to read this whole series and I've started this vlog, so I can't give up on you now. But it just kind of gave nothing. I'm not going to start reading the second one straight away. I'll probably start it tomorrow. Just started the second one, which is called It's Not Summer Without You, and I'm hoping that this one is going to be better. What do you want? What is that? Well, there goes my Kindle. One thing I will say about the books, which I'm hoping is going to be different in the series, is that there's no detail on anything. Like, it starts off at the start of the book, her and Conrad are together, and then it just says, oh, it didn't last very long, and then now they're not together. But nothing happened between the two of them. Even though this is a romance, there's no romance in it. Like, they barely speak to each other at all for the first book anyway. I'm like 10% through this one. So we're getting Jeremiah POVs, which I kind of like because throughout this whole thing it's all just been from her perspective, and I kind of want to know what's going on inside their heads. But the only thing Jeremiah has said is that he really likes her and he's pissed off that Conrad now wants her as well, even though he hasn't said anything about wanting her. It's just really confusing. Like, I don't understand how we got here. I'm so tempted to watch season 1 on Prime and then carry on with the book, because I feel like I'm getting no insight in these books of how either of them feel. Jeremiah said in his POV that he likes her and he wants a chance, but it just came out of nowhere. I didn't see any sort of interest in her at all before that. And still Conrad is nowhere to be found. The only time he pops up is to be mean to her and talk shit to her. So I can understand at this point why people might be Team Jeremiah. But again, I'm Team no one. I still don't like either of them. But I've seen clips, right? I've seen clips of the TV series and Jeremiah saying the weirdest, cringiest stuff. I didn't even mean to. They weren't spoilers, but it was just him being... So that's already given me the ick. I feel like in this one, though, we're going to get more of her being with Conrad and then her being with Jeremiah. I hope so, anyway. Right, I think I figured it out. We're getting flashbacks now of her and Conrad when they were younger, and technically they were together. But why are we only getting the flashbacks now? I feel like the books are going in like reverse order and it's just going to be filled with flashbacks. But I feel like now is when I can actually pick a side. Or do I even have to pick? You know, we could turn it into a why choose. Just kidding. So, Conrad just punched a wall. I feel like that's meant to do things for me. It doesn't. Now listen, that might be past trauma with my ex, but that does nothing for me. Grow up. Are you 12? Is he 12? I'm getting so confused with the past and the present because they jump back and forth, but it doesn't say like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever. It just says, oh, we were doing this. And I'm like, hang on, your kid's here and now you're turning 17. Oh wait, so Conrad's, because she said at the start 1.5 years older, so he must be 18. That seems about the right time to be punching walls. I'm nearly finished. I've got about an hour left of the audiobook to go. I'd say nearly finished. I think that's like 70% through the book. But I do have an update on who I prefer so far, and that is Conrad. And I only have one reason for that. First of all, I'm getting the vibe that Conrad is like the grumpy one, don't talk to me, don't come near me. And then Jeremiah is like the fun one, the one she comes to when, I don't know, she wants a friend. That's the way I'm looking at it. But she was just about to go swimming in the ocean while drunk. And Jeremiah was like, yeah, go for it. It'll be so fun. And then Conrad was the one like, no, you're not going. And then when she does go in, he picks her up. He was the one that was like, no, you're not doing that. It's dangerous. So we're getting somewhere. And those two are actually finally becoming getting into the story now. Because I'm not going to lie, the first book and most of this book, they're barely even together. But now it's a lot more in the present, so you can see them being together. Right. I have finished book 2. Okay, thoughts. I've come to the conclusion at this point I'm on Zero team. I don't really care about either of them. I've also realised it's definitely more of a character-driven story rather than plot, because even in this one nothing happens. But I did like the drama at the end, because now it's like fully, they've both said, I want to be with you, but Conrad's still kind of like, but I'm not ready, I'm actually not going to do anything about it, whereas Jeremiah's like, no, I'm going to do something about it. So fair play to my guy Jeremiah. And this is how it ends, right? It's not an epilogue, it just says a couple of years later. When I used to picture forever, it was always with the same boy. In my dreams, my future was set, a sure thing. This wasn't the way I pictured it. Me in a white dress in the pouring rain, running for the car. Him running ahead of me and opening the passenger door. Are you sure? He asked me. No, I say, getting in. The future is unclear, but it's still mine. What does that mean? I'm still rating it the same as the first one. I'm still giving it 3 stars because I still don't have a single thought process behind these books. They're just... It is what it is. They are what they are. That is the only way I can describe this series. There's just not a lot going on. But there was a lot more of Conrad and Jeremiah in this one compared to the first one. So I'm guessing this one, the last one, will always have Summer is the one where she chooses. If this is left on a cliffhanger and she still doesn't pick one, I'm going to be pissed. Featuring bonus content including Conrad's letters to Belly. I feel like it's got to be Conrad because it was her first love. Also love the fact that they're brothers. I feel like that just makes the tea so much more exciting. A few people have said the books are better. A few people have said the series is better. I have a sneaky feeling the series is going to be better because I'm not her biggest fan. I'm not going to lie. Earlier I was half debating whether to upload this or not because I feel like all I've done is complain. But realistically, you're not going to like every book you read and you're not going to be obsessed with every book you read. And that is what it is. But if there's one thing I can say about this series is it's messy. So if you like that, you'll love these books. I've just started book 3 and what the actual fuck? First of all, straight in before the book has even started, I'm guessing again it's like something to do with the future. And she put my 2 great loves. I think I always knew I would be Belly Fisher one day. That's their last name, by the way, the brother's last name. I just didn't know it was going to happen like this. And then it starts the book and she's with Jeremiah, so we didn't get any insight onto that. I guess they kind of just jumped in. And I don't want to give you any spoilers, but let me just say what Jeremiah did. It hasn't been confirmed yet. If he did what I think he did, there's no coming back from that. But then how are people still team Jeremiah if they've read these books? Unless it's not actually what I think it is. Hang on, maybe I need to keep reading. Guys, my camera has been bugging out very hard this morning. It literally wasn't working at all. About an hour ago, I was trying to film. Nothing. But it's working for now. So I'm really hoping it stays that way. I still haven't paid the camera off. So fingers crossed that was just a blip. But update with the last book. So I'm at 28%. It's actually further along than that because for some reason in the Kindle books they add snippets of To the Boys I've Never Kissed or All the Boys I've Kissed, or do you know what I mean? Like that series, it's by the same author. So it's actually further along than 28%. However, this one is actually keeping me interested. I'm trying not to give any spoilers, even though probably all of you have either read the books or watched the series. But let's just say, okay, first of all, Belly is pissing me the fuck off. She doesn't seem to have any standards, any morals. She's just being walked all over. Her and Jeremiah are still together. Literally don't know how anyone can support him or love him. I know loads of people don't like Conrad because he's emotionally unavailable, but that seems to be my type. I'm just scared because these books aren't that long, so how the hell is she gonna go from Jeremiah to being happy with him and then making it back to Conrad in this short period of time? Guys, I'm scared. We're done. Let's just move that over there. Let's try that again. We're done. So, ending was a little bit rushed. Kind of didn't get the closure that I needed. Again, it's one of those things where I'm going to hope that it's different in the series. Did I expect this to be better? Yeah, I did. I really did. Considering the hype around it and everyone loving it so much, I did think it would just be more. It all felt very surface level and there wasn't a lot of depth to anything. Like, I didn't really feel any connection between any of the characters. I feel like the show is just going to be like a cute little summer romance watch. I did actually start vlogging this because I thought I was going to love it. That kind of was the whole point of this. But to be honest, I didn't even feel any love or connection between Belly and Conrad. You saw so much more of her and Jeremiah together than her and Conrad, which was annoying. But it was okay. I didn't hate it. And at least now I can watch the TV show, having read the books. I mean, I could have watched the show anyway, but you know what I mean. So there we go. The Summer I Turned Pretty completed. Okay, I have watched exactly 10 minutes of the show, and I can tell you right now, the show is already better. So if you're watching this, I would recommend actually not reading the books in my opinion, because I've already seen what I needed to see. The series is going to be better. The books, not the one.